everyone, welcome back to Therapy Reveal. I am Blue, your host for today's episode, and joining me today is Paul, who is also our co-host for this podcast series. Hi Paul!
Hey, what's up Blue? Great to be back. So what's the discussion for today?
So the first question that we're going to be answering for today's episode is, how do you know if you need to go get therapy or go to therapy?
Excellent questions. I hear that quite often. I myself at the beginning didn't know anything about therapy. Never heard about it and doesn't know about what is the process of therapy. And for those who want to learn more about the process of therapy, I believe we already covered that in the first episode. So go ahead and check back at our video or on our account Instagram here. And you can just watch it as often as you like to learn about it. If you have your own experience about what led you to decide to go to therapy and how did you get to that process, put in your comment below session. And we would love to hear about each person's different journey into the therapy process. Again, the question is, how do you know when you need to go to therapy or when you want to go to therapy? Oftentimes, and I often use an analogy a lot, is we don't know we need help until we experience some type of either a crisis or a mental health challenge that is pushing us above or beyond our ability to cope. When we have a car, right, we're not going to take it to a shop unless we start hearing some sound that's not normal.
Yeah, that's
right?
not, yeah.
So, and for us, we don't know much about our own mental health unless we really practice that self-awareness. And that's why mindfulness meditation has been so popular nowadays, because it raises one's own self-awareness. And when we travel and we go into that journey, that practice, we get to be more mindful and aware of our physiological responses, of our emotional health, as well as our mental health. And so mindfulness meditation is one practice I've been practicing for quite a long time, and I really highly recommend it to anyone who's interested to go into that. Back to the question of how do you know when you are ready or when you need to go to therapy? The question we then ask ourselves is the situation or the condition that we experience, whether it's a situation or condition. Can we manage it on our own? Yeah. Right? Oftentimes, either it's our ego or whether we lack information. And so we make the assumption, but I guess let me backtrack. In terms of mental health, the stigma is the biggest part of not getting help. If we look at our physical health and our mental health as one congruent, right, one same aspect or spectrum of health, we know of physical health. When we have a cold, when do we decide to either take a medication or just go to sleep? Take a day off school, go eat some chicken noodle soup or some pho, right?
Yeah.
Or to go to the hospital. When do you know what level of care? So when we talk about mental health and level of care, there's mild, moderate, or severe. Just like a physical condition, if it's a mild condition, if it's something that you can take care of on your own, preferably you do it, right? You take good care of yourself, either changing your diet, your rest habit, right, your social and environmental interactions to be more conducive to your healing process. If it's moderate, then you take some medication, right? You add on additional steps to ensure that you recover or have a better chances of healing. If it's more severe, then you either make an appointment, go to a doctor, go see a specialist, go to the ER if it's acute. Our mental health is the same thing. Sometimes people experiences mental health challenges and we get stuck and we don't know what to do to address it or to move beyond it. If we have social relationship, for example, and we can't overcome that challenge, every time we see each other, we just want to go into a screaming match. Whenever we see our parents or whenever we see our spouse or whenever we see our kids, or just some random stranger.
So like to the point where it starts disrupting our current lifestyle?
Yes. So it's impacting our relationship. Right? It's impacting our moods, our thoughts. our ability to enjoy life in general.
Okay.
Then those are signs and symptoms where it's something that's impacting us and we need to address it.
Right.
So if we can address it on our own, wonderful. If we can go what's called getting self-help group,
Right.
go seek for a friend, seek for someone that you trust, and talk about it and see if that can help. If that works, great. If it doesn't work, then you escalate, get more professional level of help. And therapy is in itself a professional service where the individuals are trained and licensed or certified in behavioral health, in psychology, in system theory, in different modalities to be able to treat the mind and be conducive towards the healing process for the mind and one's mental health. And so that's why we need to know, okay, it's time for us to seek for professional help. And that's where you consider therapy. But how I explain it to a lot of people is there are 3 phases of therapy that people are not aware of. There's treatment, there's management, and then there's enhancement. So it depends on what level of care you need or interested in, then you seek for that type of service.
Right. Well, thank you, Paul. Those were actually a lot of helpful tips that can help a person who you believe is in need of therapy. Those are some really helpful tips to kind of like determine whether or not you need that sort of help.
But for those who have your own experience, right, or your own question, give us a comment, right? Go ahead and type if you are not comfortable putting down your comment and your stories, your experiences in our comment section below. DM us, right? You can send us your questions or your experiences, and we can share that with others, and we'll keep it anonymous. Or you can share it yourself in the comment section.
Do that. Well, that concludes our session for today's episode. Stay tuned for new episodes to come out every week, every Tuesday. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
Take care. See you next time.
Bye.